Hugh LeBlanc.
Yeah, been a long time since
been a
we
long
spoke
time.
with him.
It is. I wonder what he's up to.
So tell me, Noah, what was it like when you were starting up MyCallCloud, right? You had clients that were looking for help, and you started up in your basement, and you had a backup generator. Tell us a little bit about.
Do you want me to go into all that? Okay. So,
well, yeah, tell us some of the good stuff.
There's an old business colleague that reached out, and he asked me. He said, "Hey, can you set up a dialer for me?" And I said, I'd just been messing with this project called ViCiDial. I just got my hands on it. It's probably 05, 06. I was just starting to understand that there was a software technology out there that was a call center kind of in a ISO, right, install. And with obviously there's about a million things to learn about that software. But that being said, coming from the space, it seemed very likely that I was going to be able to pick up this technology, right, the nomenclature.
Well, and in our experience, a dialer is a dialer is a dialer to some extent.
To some extent,
containers for campaigns, containers for lists, settings for agents.
At the base level. So, I kind of considered trying to do a service for this business colleague, Fred. If you're watching, hi, Fred Arantlik. And he started using ViCiDial in my basement. Which is bizarre to even say at this point. But I got Fred to the point of loading leads on his own, managing his own campaigns, and then connecting to a telco, getting that telco, communicating well back to the agents. And he only had 4 or 5 people, but it worked. And it worked surprisingly well on a Pentium 3 cream-colored clamshell with, a gig of RAM used to run Windows XP. It might have been Windows 7 or not even Windows 7. Might have been, I'm sure it was Windows XP. It wasn't Windows before that. So Windows 98, I was going to say. It might have been Windows 98, to be honest with you. And then XP
in a prior life.
Exactly. But getting the ISO to install on that piece of hardware and then getting it to connect to a telco facility and running a database on that and actually supporting 3 or 4 agents was outstanding, or just, it was outstanding, but it was also very surprising, right? Getting all that hardware to work, that simplistic piece of hardware.
And it was open source.
And it was open source.